I can't stand that all these outdoor teams are building domes. Like the most picture perfect like football photographs are snow games in like late November in like Cleveland or Denver or whatever, in Chicago. And they're all building fucking domes and they're going to close the shit when it gets cold. And like, it makes me sound like an old, like cranky guy, but like,
no, it doesn't.
Don't care. Football's an outside sport and it's beautiful when it's cold out.
Okay. And here's my thing too. I'm 100% agreeing with you.
Yeah.
And secondly, it gives the home team an advantage. Like when you're used to it and people have to come in there, why would you not embrace that shit? We're back. Oh.
I was trying to start a slow clap and Sophie wasn't fucking with it at all. Welcome back to the Show Me Something podcast, sponsored by the wonderful good brothers and sisters at Arby's. Put your shakes up. I finished this before we started recording.
Shake. I know, and I already started eating my gobbler.
Can I get a review on the gobby? The gobby?
Dude, honestly, yeah. Let me turn you up real quick because you're a little low. Okay. So gobbler, yeah, take a bite. Like there's a lot of like, it's like a flavor bust in your mouth. There's so many flavors.
I mean, Sophie, come on.
Well,
it's a lot of turkey that's going to bust in my mouth.
Well, but like, look at all that. There's like onions. There's so much different type of stuff on there. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel the bust in your mouth?
Girl, do I?
See? I wasn't wrong. There's just like you don't feel anything and then boom. Well, Wes already drank his, but I feel like this apple pie shake is pretty damn good.
No, it's cinnamon is an underrated spice. Who wants to challenge me on that?
That's actually really good. But it's pretty damn, like it tastes like an apple pie. Like if you like sweet.
Yeah. Here's the thing, star of the show, the gobbler.
Mm-hmm.
It's very Thanksgiving. Cornbread and cranberry, there's not enough like cranberry sauce on sandwiches besides like, it's either if someone commits to doing it like Arby's did, or when you're doing leftover sandwiches the day after Thanksgiving, like with like Hawaiian rolls, that's when you put cranberry sauce on stuff. But like this, it should be on more things is basically all I'm saying.
Well, I think they're coming out with the club too, which is like another deep fried turkey sandwich. And instead of like, like crispy onions on like Thanksgiving, green bean casserole and stuff like that.
Green bean casserole. Yeah.
That's my favorite. So good. But the club, I think, instead of the crispy onions, I'm pretty sure has bacon. Crispy bacon.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm.
This is going to turn into an ASMR podcast.
I know.
Yeah, we keep eating Arby's for every single one. Oh, okay. Holy shit. Thanks, Arby's.
Yeah.
How's your weekend? We're recording this one early, guys. It's a Monday.
Finally.
Yeah.
Honestly, I had one of the better weekends that I've had in a really long time. Like,
wait, you met Sydney Sweeney?
What are you saying?
Guys, Sophie met Sydney Sweeney and tweeted and said, one of us left our tits at home. Incredibly funny.
Dude, I thought that was hilarious. And so many people thought I was being serious. And I was like, dude, this is not a competition. My tits are clearly way better than hers.
Exactly. Was it a quick picture or did you like meet her?
So let me tell you about my weekend real quick because I'm not kidding. I think a lot of people who go to events and like appearances, like you can attest to this, that the majority of the time they're really not that fun. Like you have to kind of like fake the fun.
Yeah.
I had a fucking blast at NASCAR. Like, I think those are my people. That's where I belong. We went like 3 or 4 years ago together. This was...
Yeah, I was going to say, was it same track and
yes,
everything? No,
same
different.
track,
Oh.
but way better in every other aspect.
Okay.
It was
that because
awesome.
Were we just not that fun that day?
No, I just think like the people we went with like actual NASCAR. Like, it was so fun. Like, I don't even know how to explain it to you. So I just had a complete blast. But I went, how I met Sydney. She's actually so nice. I think she's a very nice girl. Like, could be best friends with her.
Yeah, I don't think she's controversial for a lot of things that don't have to do with her personality. If that makes sense.
Correct.
It's either like her boobs or the American Eagle thing, or like a lot of stuff that I think she hasn't it's like not coming from her. It's like the weird nuance behind everything she does.
I agree.
That to say, I would imagine she's like very cool.
Super nice. And honestly, I think the majority of people that you do meet are really nice. And so we were there and it was like, we just talked for like, I'd say a minute, 2 minutes. Like, it was really quick because everyone, like, there was celebrities and VIPs. And so we were all kind of doing our own thing. So it was a very quick, like, hey, how are you? So nice to meet you. Like, big fan, like all that type of stuff. And so
she knew who you were?
I don't know.
I mean, it's cool if she did.
Well, I don't know. But you know how like everyone, like when you're around that, everyone's like, oh, like love. Yeah. Like, I don't know. You know what I mean? But super nice. And so we just got a quick pic and it was fun. We were in the VIP. They introduced the drivers, like their sponsors are in there, like important people are in this meeting, but they do it before every race. And it was like the coolest experience ever. Like it was so fun. And so there were celebs, there was VIP guests, there were sponsors, all the drivers, there was a couple fans, but the guy who got the biggest ovation, which it was so cool. I couldn't even do him justice, but he is like a Purple Heart winner. He served for like, I don't know how many years, but he has like all the accolades that someone going to war could possibly have. But he got like the greatest ovation. And it was just like so cool. I don't even know how to explain it. But so we did that. I went to the Jordan Davis concert, which he's awesome. If you guys like country music, do you know who that is, West?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to send you some because you'd actually like it. Like, it's like fun country, you know?
I'm down for that.
Yeah. And then I got to do the pace car. Like, it was
sick.
Fucking awesome. I don't even know how to explain it. Like, the whole time I was just happy. Like, I was so content. I was so happy. It's awesome.
Do you have to, in the pace car, you weren't driving it. Were you just in it?
No, but I asked if I could drive it.
And it doesn't go fast, right? It's just one lap and then and then it gets out of the way and then everyone goes.
So we did 5 laps. So it's like them all kind of warming up. It was so cool. There was one time we went really fast because they all practiced like going into the pit and whatnot. And so we have to keep up like with them. It was just like the coolest experience ever. Then I also got to meet the commissioner, Steve Phelps. He was super nice. His wife was...
If I was a commissioner of any league, I would run away from you.
Oh, yeah. Well, listen to this. Speaking of that, before I met their commissioner, also the owner of NASCAR is a badass woman. I didn't really get to meet her, but I kind of gave her like a...
fire.
Hey. Yeah.
That's dope.
But someone who is friends with Kathy came up to me while I was like meeting, greeting, taking photos, like, so what could she do better? And I was like... And so I was like, well, so I told him a couple and I was like, all right, I got to go. So that was kind of funny, but I'm fine with answering that. But it was just like kind of, hey, time and place. Like everyone's having a good time. That was like the VIP when you meet everybody, red carpet. So it was like kind of a weird time, but I was like, hey, like it is what it is. Here it is. So I kind of laid out like 2 or 3 things. And I was like, all right, got to go. Also did like the NASCAR pre-show with Alex Weaver, which these girls are beautiful. Like, NASCAR people are really pretty. You need to look her up. And Carla Metz. But they did a phenomenal job.
Any hot drivers?
Wes, they all come up to my belly button.
Oh, they're small guys?
Yeah, really small. Oh, speaking of small guys.
They're like jockeys?
No, bigger than jockeys. Bigger than jockeys.
Okay, middle ground.
Speaking of kind of smaller guys with a big bank account, met Johnny Morris, Bass Pro owner.
Johnny Morris. Oh, I would have worn my Bass Pro hat.
Dude, wait.
Wait, I do want to say, I think Bass Pro, Kev, will you look this up?
Wow, she's pulling a West right now. The runoff camera. This is a signature West pod move. You just stole your move.
Sick. I would like to say, I do think the owner of Bass Pro Shops is from, Shit, this turkey gobbler. Yeah, he's from, I think the first Bass Pro Shops was in Springfield, Missouri.
It is.
Whoa.
Yeah, right?
Oh. Yeah.
There you go. Springfield? Yeah. So we love a local Missouri mom and pop store like Bass Pro.
Dude.
Support small business.
He gave me this himself.
You sign it? Little Sharpie?
No, I didn't think about that. But
it's okay.
I just had a great weekend. Like I'm really happy. So I'm fulfilled in many ways.
And how much longer in Arizona do you have? I feel like you keep feeling like you're about to move back and then you're still there.
So this is probably like my busiest November. So I'm like here and then I'm going to Indiana for a couple of days, going back to Missouri, Florida, New York, Phoenix, California, Missouri. Whew.
What's in California?
A basketball tournament. I'm just going to pop by for like Thanksgiving. No.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah. Wait, was it like 3v3 or something cool?
No, it's like 5v5 men's basketball.
Oh, it's like a real deal.
Yeah.
You ever been to Hoop Fest in Spokane, Washington? Have you ever heard of Hoop Fest?
I don't know. I don't know if I have.
It's like, I don't know if it's the biggest. I just know this because everyone in Montana who was from like the Washington area all talked about this. It's like the biggest 3v3. It's like an outdoor basketball tournament that like everyone. Yeah, it's like fire. Have you played with any girls who went to Gonzaga?
No, but I'm friends with the Worth twins. They're one of them. They're like super tall. They're well, I wouldn't say really friends. I know them through like social media and stuff like that. But they're super nice. Lee and Jen.
Yeah.
Awesome.
They go to Gonzaga?
They did go to Gonzaga. Now one of them married Corey. He plays in the NBA and they like live out here. Yeah, beautiful girls, tall. So they have their like own clothing brand because they're so tall because they can't find pants. Okay, so enough about me. I want to hear about the New York Marathon. And I saw so many people posting.
Sophie, I'm going to cry. It is like, I've been crying all morning watching the videos.
Really?
I cannot emphasize what a special day it is. It is, well, just like everything in, I don't know. There's so much just negativity everywhere and like people who are freaks and like, it's just, everything's crazy. Yes. It is pure, like it is peak humanity. And it is just, I saw a sign that said "Go Mom" after like my second beer and I started crying. I was like, oh my God.
Oh my God.
And people have signs that say like, "I don't know you, but I'm proud of you." Like it is, I cannot. I
just got
emphasize
the chills.
How special of a day. No, it is like, and you see every type of person doing it, which I think is what makes it such a special event.
Okay, ladies, gather around. Your wardrobe's about to level up. The Skims Fits Everybody collection, total game changer. Like, how is it even this comfy? The fabric literally moves with you. Soft, stretchy, feather light. It's giving main character energy in every room. I've been a Skims fan forever, but once I slipped into the Fits Everybody collection, yeah, it was game over for me. And let's talk about that Skims thong. No digging, no discomfort, just wow. Then there's a triangle bralette. Can't forget that. And trust me, as someone picky about bralette, this one is the MVP. Supportive yet chill, no squeeze, no stress, just pure comfort and lift, and you don't feel it whatsoever. Big fan. I didn't think underwear could even change my life like this, but Skims really said, watch this. So if you've been waiting for a sign to finally try the Fits Everybody collection, this is it. Shop the Skims Fits Everybody collection at skims.com.
And this is every shape, every size, every age, men and women, like doing it for a charity. They're doing it because of like someone they love, doing it to test themselves, whatever it is. And like seeing all the people around you also cheering for strangers, like it's so special. I will never miss a New York City Marathon until I'm dead. Like it is that
it
cool.
just seems like it's like a very positive, just like a full of love event.
Yeah.
Like there's just love everywhere.
It is. Love everywhere. And like you see stuff where like people wait and like their family member runs by and they like pop confetti and everyone stops to take hugs. And the other thing that I think is a testament to what New York City Marathon is like a lot of people running have times that they want to beat or like they want to PR or they're trying to be sub 4 or like whatever it is.
Yep.
But like that being said, they still stop, hug their friends, hug their family, turn around to wave to people, take a shot in the crowd. Like it's just like hugging your friends and family and saying hi to people who are supporting you, like overrides like people's goals to like timing wise, you know?
Mm-hmm. Was there any
I met up with Jesse.
Oh yeah. Tell me.
I met up with Jesse and Kyle and we went, to the Upper East Side and saw Carl. I think it was mile.
Oh, Carl ran?
Like miles. Yeah, Carl ran. So one time for Carl.
Yeah. That's awesome.
And we found him and like just kind of had like a big family group hug when we saw him and cheered him on. But then like the other thing that's obviously cool and like I love this is that all the bars that are on the roads that the marathon are a circus. And like there's no like everyone's drinking outside. It's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And so you just pop into bars and get a beer and then you track the app like when your friends are like going to be there in
so cool.
5 minutes. Then you go back outside to the fence, wait for your friends to pop in, give them a hug, then go back in and like everyone's there to like cheer on their friends, you know?
I love that.
It is, I could talk about this forever, but now day after I'm getting all the videos with like cinematic audio and it's like everyone hugging each other and stuff.
Was there any like funny signs though, or like anything like people wearing funny costumes or like?
Yeah, and people do costumes. One of them said, my friend Matt, he was the Bachelor a few years ago.
Who's that?
He ran. His name's Matt James. He played receiver at Wake Forest. You would recognize him.
Yeah, I know. I think I'm going to do a food review with him next time I'm in New York.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
You should. But he had like 20 roses and he gave them out like along the route. And so like he gave a final one on like the final turn. Like it's just so fun. I saw a sign that said, some of them are like so insane, but like, this one literally says, "You're a hot slut, keep running." And like, I'm sure that's for her friend, but like, they're just goofy. We saw this one on a dog. The dog's name is Kevin. It said, "Who's a good runner?"
Oh, see, I just love that.
Yeah, wait, this one is the one that just says, "I'm so proud of you."
Oh, and the people running. Great video.
And so like, there's a cute one where like a kid had one that said, "Hit for like a power boost." So everyone runs by and hits the kid's sign for like a power up or whatever. There's a lot of ones that just say like, "Don't shit your pants. Don't trust a fart after like mile 10, like stuff like that. But it's like truly the best. The other cool thing with New York is we all live so high up that the streets are crowded, but then people are on their fire escapes cheering and watching also. Perfect weather. Like, it was just
a perfect fall day.
And literally could not be more perfect fall day while there's football on the TVs inside. And it's anyone who has experienced it knows how cool it is. And like, I'm obsessed.
Well, good. I feel like that's like everyone's same response. I think everyone should maybe go watch it or run in it at least once in their life, is what I'm hearing.
It does make you want to run because you like just the support from strangers is just so powerful. And like, it's got to be such an adrenaline rush to like get that. And so when they end in Manhattan, I don't know if you knew this, but the New York City Marathon goes through all 5 boroughs.
I had no idea.
It's like starts in Staten Island, Brooklyn, Queens, right into Manhattan. So then when they come to Manhattan, they cross a bridge, obviously. So then it's like, I just saw this because I just saw TikTok on it. And it was like, crossing the bridge is pure silence. And then as you get into Manhattan, turn up First Avenue where like everyone is. And so you go from bridge silence to entering the busiest street in all of New York City and people cheering for you. And like, it was about how like that experience as a runner is like uncomparable to like anything you could ever do.
Why am I getting the goosebumps? Like there's been like 3 things you've said that like legit give me the goosebumps.
I've tried not to cry 4 times. Oh my God. And I saw this other TikTok this morning. Oh, I'll cry. It was like a first grade teacher and all her kids were there and they were all high. Oh, yeah.
I love it.
It's fucking so crazy.
Yeah.
I'm going to send it to you, make you watch it right now.
Yeah, do it. And the first graders and like their parents like actually go and do that. But how fun. She comes back. She's ahead and she comes back.
That's what I'm saying is people turn like, I saw a video of Carl doing it where like someone yelled at him and he's like way ahead. He turned around to go back. And it's like, that is really what it's all about. Fuck. I'm emo. It's so awesome. Fuck.
Why does that make you emo crying? Oh, emotional.
No, I mean like emotional.
Oh, I was like, why are you emo?
So,
no, I have tears in my eyes too, Liv. I'm not even going to lie. I love those types of videos.
So good. And then, of course, there's also the videos of like the last people to cross at the end of the night where there's still people there.
Still there.
Cheering them on. Yeah.
Yep.
But then like if you're still out for like whether it's Sunday Night Football or kind of like when the sun's setting.
Yep.
The whole city is full of people with their like the capes they give you and their medals like with their family. And so it's just like it is
yeah.
Just a day for love and support. And like, it's just so fucking cool.
Okay. I know you know what I actually do love about that too is like, it's also New York where there's so much like diversity. There's so many things that draw people's like different attention and so many like different beliefs, like cultures, but they all come together for this. I think that's really cool and special.
Well, yeah, and because a lot of people run with the flags of like the country that their families are from, and
so
like,
cool.
Just or like their chair, like it just is. You're so correct on that, and that's why it's so cool because it's every type of person.
That made me hungry.
Yeah, sorry. I'll talk about this for 1,000 hours, but it was so fun. And the last thing I'll say is, it is so chaotic that sometimes you do miss your friends, like. Like the app fucking lags or you get there like right before they pass or they're slower or faster than you thought. I crushed yesterday. Saw Carl, saw my boy Aiden, my friend Alyssa. Like I just really timed up everything at the right time and like got to see everyone and had interactions with them on the fence. So it was...
That's awesome.
We were like efficient yesterday in seeing everyone. So that was good. No, best day ever. But
because I didn't...
Yeah.
Were you there all day then?
Yeah, we went up probably 10 a.m. and then just hung out until
So did you watch
football was over. Today's show is brought to you by our presenting sponsor, Hard Rock Bet. If you're new to sports betting, this is the app that actually makes it easy. Not sure what to wager on? No problem. Hard Rock Bet literally shows you what everyone else is betting. We're talking about trending parlays, popular upsets, touchdown picks, and player props, all right there for you to browse. And here's the best part. If you haven't placed your first bet yet, you can still jump in on their new offer. Bet $5, and if it hits, you don't just get back your winnings, you'll score $150 in bonus bets too. It's not just that welcome boost either. Hard Rock Bet drops new promos every single day. So whether you're betting on football, hockey, or even a little esports this weekend, there's always something happening. The ladies down in Columbia, Missouri just started their season strong last night. You can ride with them all year long or bet on whatever's got your attention. Again, new promos every day, so go check out the Hard Rock Bet app. Explore what's trending and start building your first parlay. Download Hard Rock Bet and try your first bet today.
Yeah, I was going to say, did you watch the Chiefs game then? Or not really?
I mean, it was like on. I was having enough fun, and sometimes the Chiefs games, especially the Bills, it stresses me out so much and I care so much that it's almost easier to disassociate and be like, I'll check in, but I'm not going to like let this dictate my whole mood for the day. And we kind of didn't play well the whole game, it looked like. So it was probably better for me that I didn't like stay dialed into every snap, because that way I could still have a fun day with my friends and not be like bummed out because the Chiefs were like.
Did we lose? I didn't even watch it.
Yeah. Which, kind of gross. I mean, the Bills are obviously good. It's just one of those things. But I was talking to someone, and I mean, per part of the course, we lose to them in the regular season and then beat them in the playoffs. So, like, enjoy the win.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, enjoy it. A lot of Bills gear outside yesterday, too.
Yeah. Well, it was that the last time they're playing in that stadium, right?
Yeah, unless
playoffs.
Playoffs, and then Chiefs go back. But like, yeah, they're building a new one right next door. I will say the Bills Stadium, I don't know if you've been there or not, but it's very it feels like a college stadium. It's not like overwhelmingly huge, but they're like, it's always going to be sold out. They're always going to like be loud and have fun. It's very college-y atmosphere. And
what's
so now
the
they're going to, I'm sure of a smaller stadium?
No, like what's the purpose of building a new one if they have such good history there?
Because I think it's fucking stupid that all these teams are doing it. But it's, I mean, assuming they can make more money, sell more tickets, try to host a Super Bowl. Buffalo has shitty weather, so then like they can close the roof if they want, which I could soapbox for so long. I can't stand that all these outdoor teams are building domes. Like the most picture perfect like football photographs are snow games in like late November in like Cleveland or Denver or whatever, in Chicago. And they're all building fucking domes, and they're going to close the shit when it gets cold. And like, it makes me sound like an old, like cranky guy, but like,
no, it doesn't.
Don't care. Football's an outside sport, and it's beautiful when it's cold out.
Okay. And here's my thing too. I'm 100% agreeing with you.
Yeah.
And secondly, it gives the home team an advantage. Like when you're used to it and people have to come in there, why would you not embrace that shit?
Couldn't agree more. The other thing too is that now you make so much money if you can host a Super Bowl, and they don't give Super Bowls to cities in cold weather elements, because obviously the Super Bowl is the first, like second weekend of February. And they did it one time in New York, and I think it was like really freezing cold and people complained. So now teams are building domes so that
people are going to complain
the NFL
regardless.
Will throw them a Super Bowl. Yeah, whatever.
Do you remember last year? Or it might have been 2 years ago. Like it was a super cold game in Kansas City, and like 15 people got I
went to that game. I went to that game with like Kyle and Thomas and all them. Frostbite. Like so many people got frostbite. Because all these dudes got drunk. One got drunk and took their shirts off to be funny, and then like got hurt. And then two, there are people who like don't actually know how to prepare for like freezing cold weather.
Correct.
There's a lot of things you have to do. And I will say this, if my dad is not anything, he will always be a dad who made sure my brother and I dressed correctly for cold weather events. Like he's the most over-prepared, like Chiefs cold weather layer ski trip guy ever.
Yep.
Like so
there it
prepared.
is right there.
So,
it's the ski trip. And then you just use your ski stuff for football games.
Yep. So I've had this drilled into my head forever, but you got like, starts with your toes. If your feet are okay, you're going to be okay. Okay. So you got to have on a good boot and a nice expensive wool sock.
Yeah.
If you just layer like 4 layers of cotton socks, that doesn't do shit for you.
Agreed.
No. Bring some foot warmers, fucking shake them up, put those right in your boots, and you're going to be so good. Another big pro tip, if you're headed to a game and it's cold out, don't put your layers on or your thermals on until you get out of the car. If you put your thermals on the way there, you're going to be hot as shit, sweaty, and then you're going to get outside and everything's going to be like wet and sticky, and then you're going to be absolutely freezing. And then just
are we all taught this being from Missouri? Because I feel like this is the same shit that our families taught me.
Yeah. And then obviously you want your head to be warm, so make sure you bring a beanie. Don't just wear a baseball cap. And there you go. And sometimes these stadiums, you can bring in cardboard so that your feet aren't on the concrete that is also cold. And then that transmits the cold and onto your boots and your feet. So people layer up. But
never done that one.
Yeah.
Never done that.
Yeah, that's a good one. Dude, I don't know how to explain this. There's a massive, just like random hill in the middle of Columbia. And it is like
very random.
It's so random. It's like in the middle of a neighborhood. And then there's a little pond right next to it. And then the road is like fenced off. And then you just sit up there and then you can just bomb it.
It's but it's like when I think people are thinking like, oh, it's probably a big hill. It is like I don't even know how to explain. It is like this and it's long. It's like a huge hill. Random as hell.
So sick. Lucas, little brother, broke his leg on that hill and my dad made him walk up the hill. So that's a fun family story for us. He was like, you're good. And like held his hand and made him walk up the fucking hill. And I think he had like a tib and fib break.
Oh no. So it was bad.
Yeah.
Well,
he put his leg down to stop himself.
Oh, nah.
Yeah.
So I remember Woodville, and I also remember, I don't know if I was a freshman or sophomore, and this is like so dangerous looking back, but it was that huge snowstorm and like schools canceled for legit like a week and a half, 2 weeks. Like it was a lot because it was more for like the people who rode the bus. It was too cold for them to stand outside. And so we put 2 or 3 sleds on the back, I think, of like Adam's truck. And we went through the neighborhoods and we were just sliding on the roads. But like you had
so awesome.
So fun. But you had to like dodge mailboxes. Like I'm sure there was like shit in the road that was so dangerous. Like I look back and I'm like, what were we doing?
Should we rip it? Tell me something.
There is something, girl.
Hey, this is Rusty. Enjoy the podcast. You guys are hilarious. My question's for Wes. What's the backstory on the rodeo picture that's behind you on all your podcasts? Thanks. Bye.
Hell yeah, Rusty. So obviously this isn't my picture, so there's not like a story where like I went and took this or whatever. I got it from a place called House of Spoils. I think the black and white and the like hint of American flag with a horse is just like, it just feels like very classic. It's like a classic Americana look. And as though I'm not a cowboy, my dad obviously like is. And so I like to keep a little bit of like a little Western feel into this new apartment. But given the background, it's gotta be like, it's a small town rodeo in Montana or Wyoming. I guess if I read the advertisements on the fence, I could probably like figure out where this is. But I just really like the piece, and I thought it's outside, black and white, one flag. She's got like frilled chaps on. I don't know. It's just dope. I don't know. I just like it a lot, Rusty. Thank you for asking now. But House of Spoils, shout out to them. They do a lot of like cool art. So we can plug them.
We can plug them.
Yeah.
That was our first voicemail of the day. Got 3 more here for you guys. All right, here we go.
Hi, Sophie. Hi, West. I'm a real big fan of your podcast and watched every one of them, sometimes twice. And I think Sophie is just a role model for younger people, not just girls, but boys as well. She does a great job. Anyway, my question is, I've been watching the WNBA now for, I guess, about 2 years, and it sure seems like it's a lot more physical than the NBA games. And I'm just wondering what your perception of that is. And I guess there's arguments, both ways. But just watching it, I think maybe it's the passion of the people involved in the WNBA. But I'm just curious about your thoughts. Anyway, keep up the great work. I look forward to it. It's one of the things I really look forward to watching every single week. Thank you.
Well, that's kind of nice that he looks forward to hearing from us.
Mm-hmm. That's a good question, though.
It is.
Is for you.
I think the league is very physical, and I think it needs to be that way. Like, I'm all for that. I think that's part of being a pro. It's about being at the next level. It's about being around elite level athletes. And it's awesome to see strong women being able to play physical and showing young boys, young girls that it's okay to work hard, to sweat, to be physical, but also to enjoy what you do and love what you do. And so for me, I think this last season, I think that when it comes to maybe the physicality around the league, maybe it was a little bit too much. I think that what's considered a foul in the rule book maybe needs to change a little bit. Because the refs always kind of go back like, well, this is what it is in the handbook. And so this is why we call it. But I think that the handbook maybe needs to evolve a little bit and get with the times. Because I feel like the majority of this season was how physical playoffs normally are. So playoff basketball is known to be more physical. You're not going to get calls. It's just a harder game. And everyone knows that. Ask any league around the world, playoffs are just different. But for us, I think you just saw a lot more injuries. You saw maybe just a lot more feistiness amongst the players and the coaches, a lot more people being vocal about it just because they thought that there was points where it was out of control, where we just need to dial it in a little bit. I think we should stay physical, but I think that the rest kind of need to be more disciplined from the beginning of the game and be more consistent, if that makes sense. So I don't know if that answered your question, but there's a lot of thoughts surrounding our physicality, the refs, how the game should be called in the regular season versus playoffs. So I don't know if that helped.
Sophie learned some karate moves from Wes last episode, so you guys got to be careful out there.
Eagle, bear. I forgot what else. Yeah. What the fuck
Tiger.
is that? That's what it is. Tiger.
Yeah, tiger.
Dude, have you ever seen someone in a fight like this?
Yeah. No offense, Kev, but I've seen a lot of Asian guys do that in movies.
It's our go-to. It's our go-to. That's why I taught it West first. That's why the stars
Kev,
started
do
out with
it.
this one.
No, see, you did it. You did it right, Kev. He went like this. Yeah.
You put a little more swag on his. You put a little more Arby sauce on his. All right, guys. Here's the next call for you here.
That's funny.
Hey, West. Hey, Sophie. Okay, so here's my situation. I have a friend. She calls me probably twice a month to catch up. But when she's on the phone, she's always doing something else. Like she's driving, so I hear the air conditioning wind blowing on the line, or she hits a stretch where the reception is breaking up, or she's shopping and talking to the cashier or salesperson while I'm on the phone with her. She means well, but it's a little annoying. So, would you say something to her about these distractions, or just suck it up? Because she means well. All right, love your podcast. See ya.
Here's the thing. People in this life are very, very busy. If friend of yours is making the time to talk to you, I think, and I don't want to be harsh here, but I think you should be appreciative of the fact that she's taking the time to talk to you. I think expecting her to be sitting still on her couch with no sounds in the background is asking a little much of your friend. I think you don't have to talk if you're kind of annoyed with the distractions, and maybe you can like avoid the calls. But I think asking someone to dedicate their physical selves to your phone calls is a little steep, if I'm going to be totally honest. And you sound nice, but I don't think Sophie or I would ever have the time to like call each other and not have other things going on in the background.
Yes.
It's kind of just like how it is.
Yeah. I will say too, depending on your relationship, if you guys are talking like every day or at least every week, that you should maybe feel comfortable enough to be like, hey, can I just have like 5 minutes of your undivided attention and no distractions? Like if you really feel a certain way, you could always go that route. I will say like my mom, she literally is, like Wes said, she is going 24/7. And so I only get phone calls when she's pretty much like in the car driving. So like there's always back roads it's breaking up there. So I just feel like a lot of people have a lot on their plate, but if you do feel a certain way, just have the conversation. That can't hurt anything.
I also think if this was something like you reached out to her and you were like, hey, I'm in need of advice, or I need you to hear me out, or I need you to like give me XYZ on something that's super important to you, then maybe then she owes you or like some undivided attention. But if you guys are just doing weekly catch-ups, like she's going to be in the fucking car. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's just kind of how it goes.
Yeah.
My dad's called me from on a fucking horse for the last 5 years of my life. So, best of luck. She does mean well. So just try not to, let it ruin your phone calls. That was tough love, Kev. That's the first time we had to give some tough love.
Hey guys, I'm doing a research project on how the competitive nature of the game impacts our daily lives. So I myself am a competitor and I grew up like doing sports and everything. How does your competitive nature also impact your daily lives? Thanks guys. Love you guys and love the podcast. Bye.
Woo.
Great question. Sophie, you can go first.
So I feel like I'm super competitive in everything I do, but I think that I talked to a sports psych guy, and I think that I've learned to channel it. And so I think that everything has to be competition. I think maybe from a young age, that's where like a lot of kids found like they belonged, or found that that's when their friends wanted to be around them more, or their parents were proud of them. And so there's like a lot of attachment to being competitive because it leads to probably success or applause or anything like that. And so I just kind of learned to like unlearn and decomputerize what I've always been taught. And so for me, I think it's awesome to be competitive. Like you want to be your best self. You want to push yourself to be the best version of yourself. But I think also with being competitive, that means you're going to fail and you're going to learn things maybe sometimes the hard way. But I don't think that's a bad thing. I think failure is actually a really good thing. And so for me, I think it's channeling it. Like you don't want to be a competitive person in absolutely everything you do in life. That's not healthy. But I do think that a lot of companies, a lot of people, they like competitive people because they know that they're going to work hard and they're going to push themselves to be successful. So I think it's a fine line to walk of being it, but also knowing when to kind of let down your guard and not be competitive.
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty chill, I would say, in most things in life, but like obviously as athlete, I have it in me. I think I more so am competitive maybe with myself. I just like to like prove things. And I always have, and kind of like reach for things that I didn't think I could ever do. And then like usually if you do that enough, something kind of sticks. Okay. Oh God. I'm already cringing out from what I'm about to say. But I've seen this quote before, and it's shoot for the moon because you're bound to land amongst the stars.
Oh, gag me. Just gag.
But that said, though, I think it helps because you if you're always trying to be the best and keep doing new things and always trying to win at every little thing you do, I think you build up a confidence that you can do these things. Mm-hmm. And then you kind of just always keep pushing yourself to like accomplish things that you never thought you would before. I know this is like very broad, but I agree. And I'm surprised Sophie said that being competitive in every aspect of your life is unhealthy, because I would agree.
It is.
It's okay to like relax. And I think if life's not always going to be perfect, and you can't let when things go like wrong, like ruin your whole fucking day and week and year, you know? So it's good finding a balance for like what works for you. But I will say, I just want to tell her, if she's on a team and anyone bullies any of your teammates, you should grab them by the back of their neck and give them a couple uppercuts underneath the basket. Because that's what we do. Tiger in podcast.